I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
Hey, what's up guys? Ian's RC coming at you with another video today. Today I'm going to be starting the build of the Tamiya Holiday Buggy that I got from the RCElf. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to show these in the background. Both of those also were given to me from the RCElf. You got the RC 4-wheel drive Shell Finder 2 Midnight Edition, and then you got the Axial SMT 10 Gravedigger. So yeah, I thought that'd be a cool little spot to start this video out on. So without further ado guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into the build. This is going to be step one. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to be completing step one today here. Probably kind of hard to see that. I'll get up closer in a second. But I got everything laid out here that I'm going to need for this first part. So we'll go ahead and get all that going. You're going to need parts bag A. You're going to need part E1 and part D1. And part C3. Alright, so you guys can see here what I'm talking about. Alright, this is technically step 2 as far as the instructions go. Step 1 is charging your battery. That's pretty cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is here. I'm going to get these pieces all cut here. So E1 is this right here. So you want to go ahead and snip this end off. And then snip it from here. Alright guys, sorry about that. Got a phone call. If you didn't know, I basically record all my stuff on my cell phone. My wife called me on her break from work. So sorry about that little interruption there. It kind of cut off right in the middle. But yeah, you just cut these off here. Alright, and then you'll do that to all of these pieces. And then once you do that, you'll want to go in here. And there's little bits of these tabs are still just kind of left on there. So you want to get your X-Acto knife here, and you just want to kind of shave that a little bit and get it nice and flush. You know, not too much. You don't want a big gouge in it, but just enough to get that little spur off of there, so everything will line up good and not catch and bind up on you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut all the rest of these. Let's do a little quick time lapse of it, and then get back to you guys when I start building it and putting it together. now we're going to move on to step 3 here. Oop, I got stuff falling everywhere. Sorry. So step 3, which is actually step 2 of the actual building process. Can't see that, can you? Right there. Alright. So step 2 of the building process. We are going to be putting these together. Alright. So there's some other pieces we're going to have to get off the parts tree, it looks like. So B1. Let's see if we can find those. This is D. This is C. Alright, so I'm going to have to get the kit and pull out a different bag of parts. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. I should have read ahead. So, you know, first time building, learn from my mistakes, people. If you're going to get a kit for the first time, read ahead. If I would have read ahead on this instruction, I would have known that I would have needed this parts tree as well. I thought I had everything pulled out that I was going to need. So, yeah, here's the B tree. Go ahead and get this open. And the pieces that we are going to need out of here right now are these ones here. B1. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those off. There's that one. There's that one. Alright. We won't be needing these till later, so we'll go ahead and put those back in there. That way we don't lose them and we keep the pieces together that need to be together. Alright, set that to the side. Alright, we got that done. So I'm going to finish clipping these off and cleaning them up and then get into it. That one was didn't give me a little bit of trouble. So, you know, if you have that problem, you still feel that teeny tiny little poke there, it's just hard to get to with that X-Acto knife. Take you a little file and just rub it across there real gentle a couple times. And that little spur comes right off of there. Alright. Gotta get this one here. Got that same problem right there. There we go. Alright, now this one. I know this is a little time consuming, guys, but you know, it needs to be done to make sure everything goes together properly. And you need to be safe to make sure you don't cut yourself. Take your time. That one's a lot easier than the other one. Alright, so now all that's done, we need to find the BA6 screws, which I think were those shorter ones. We'll match them up here. Bingo. And we're going to need 2 of those. I think I got them both in one pull. Alright. Attach so that this mark faces upward. Which mark? The star? Or the L? I don't see marks. I see what you're talking about. There's a little design on there. It's like a little diamond. Probably can't see it on the camera. That part needs to be facing upward. Alright. So there's that. Those are both facing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Both of them facing upward. And then these will go in this way. With this facing outward that way. And then you'll take your BA6 screw pin and you'll stick it right in there, just like we did on those A-arms. And then we'll screw it right on in there. Now again, once you get through to the other side, make sure you're good and lined up in the hole there. A little bit of pressure to get started, it seems like there. Alright, there we go. Those are pretty tight screws. RCElf had told me that some of these are gonna be tough to get through. I don't know, I feel like that screw's not right. I don't think they should be fighting that much, should it? It does not want to go in any farther. I don't want to force it and break it or strip it. Okay, well, I don't think that's right. That shouldn't be sticking up that much like that. Alright, well, I'm going to try to figure out that and then I'll get back with you guys. Alright guys, I got it figured out. Like RCElf said when he talked to me about this, a lot of these screws, he said, well, not a lot of them, but he said there's a few of them that are really going to be tight to get in. Work it easy, don't try to force it too hard. But I had to pull out the bigger screwdriver and it worked out. Everything's still working good, everything's moving freely, it's not bound up, nothing's cracked or broken. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough getting in, but just take your time with it. Don't rush it and force it, because you'll crack plastic and strip screws, you know. But yeah, we got it. So now it's on to the next step here. which is going to be this step here, which we needed to get another part off of a parts tree, which was the M9 piece, which is like the little front bumper part here. And then we're going to need the BA8 screws. So that other little bag of screws has those in it. And we're going to need more of the BA6. We need 4 of those longer ones of the pins. So let's go ahead and match these up, make sure we got the right ones. Alright, that's good. So we need 4 of those. 2, 3, and 4. Alright, and then the BA8s. Tapping screws. Those are going to be the ones in this bag here. Let's cut this open. Got a couple different ones in here. Go ahead and just dump those into my tray over here. Believe it is going to be these ones here. Let's go ahead and line up and see. That matches pretty good. Let me stop shaking it. Yeah, and that seems to be the most of the ones in there. So we're going to need 4 of those. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Double check, make sure they're all the same one. That one looks a tiny bit smaller. Nope, we're good. Alright, so there's those 4, there's those 4. Alright, so the first step of this is going to be putting these onto here. Alright. Bar, these here, these little gold pins are going to be sticking into the back. It looks like on this here, yeah. Alright, so we're going to need the 4 pins. And these are going to go in just like the other pins on here, on the other side there that we did. Get a little bit more light in here. That helps a little bit. Alright. Make sure the peg is facing towards the back. Line these holes up here. And the bolt goes into the front. Now I'm going to just go ahead and just do a little finger turn on this for now, and then attach the other side, and then I'll go back and tighten them down. Lined up on that side. And these ones are going in really easy. Nice. And again, don't over tighten it, just finger tight. Make sure everything moves nice. And my light just shut off on me. I think my battery died. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Now we can see again. Alright, so we're going to continue on to the other side. Same as that side. You're going to make sure the gold knob is toward the pin is towards the back. Sorry, can't talk. Pin in through there. Just a little finger twist to get it on there. Get the other one. You know, like I said before, this is my first kit. You know, any of you guys out there watching that have built kits before, you know, is it like that on your very first one? You know, just everything seems to keep going wrong here. My light's dying. I keep getting phone calls. Or is it, you know, is that something that happens all the time with kits? Is that just part of it? Like, let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think. You know, any information that anybody can give, you know, that has experience building. You know, I'm happy to hear it in the comments. You know, take all the help I can get. It'd be really appreciated. You know, give me a like. You know, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Alright, just making sure everything's buttoned up here. Get these down. Remember, not too tight, just tight enough. Don't want to crack plastic or strip it. Alright, there's that part. So it's looking like the last step in this part here for this video is going to be to put this on. Because the next step is going to be the gears and all that stuff, and I got to wait for those bearings. They'll be here in a couple days. But, you know, there's some other things that I can do, you know, that are steps later on in, that I might go ahead and do some of those, you know, like painting the light buckets and the driver interior and building the shocks. Like, I'm not going to need bearings to build the shocks. I can go ahead and get those put together. So, yeah, we'll put this on here, and then that'll probably be the end for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. So this is going to go towards the front. And it looks like, let's see. Yeah, they got this, all these holes here, a bunch of different ones. Get that lined up in there, I guess, the best you can, or you can put it anywhere you want. Not getting it here. Alright, let's see. How do we get this? Trying to make sure everything's lined up here. Alright, and then you get your BA8 screws, tapping screws, 4 of them here. Hold it down, make sure it's straight and centered and lined up. Still good and free, not bouncing and binding up. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and get them in. Again, these are tapping, so it's going to give a little fight at the beginning. We go ahead and just tighten it down. You know, don't over tighten it, of course, to where you're going to crack stuff. And I'm probably repeat that a lot throughout the entire build of this and all the different videos I make. Man, it's real important not to crack the plastics and mess the whole thing up, you know what I mean? This one here wants to give me trouble. I really need to get like an electric screwdriver. I've been looking at them. All right. And there she be. Whole front axle all done, all put together, and that was the end of that front axle build. Like I said, the next steps are going to be the gears and stuff, and the the gear casing, and and then it goes into the back axle and the motor and all that stuff. But I gotta wait on the bearings for that. But like I said, I could put the shocks together. I don't need to wait for the bearings. I can probably go ahead and decal the body. I don't need to wait for the painting or the bearings for that. I can do the painting on the light kits, the light buckets, and the gas cans. And now I'm probably not going to do exactly like the box art as far as like the roof goes and the gas cans go. But other than that, the paint and look of it's pretty much going to be exactly like it is on the box. So thanks for watching, guys. RCElf, thank you again, sir. We're getting her started. That was a lot of fun just doing this part of it, man. I'm really liking this kit stuff. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on part 2. Peace.